next Tuesday on ABC.
This year and for over 5 years, America's most watched morning show is...
You have no idea what a privilege it is to be able to say good morning to America every single morning.
I think my son did all this out of love. He to me, he didn't fall in love with this lady, this man's wife. And there ain't nothing done, I just, like I say, I just want him brought home.
On the run, a former Pine Belt teacher is believed to be with a 16-year-old student, and both of their families are furious. A News 7 exclusive you don't want to miss.
WDAM 7 News at 10 starts now.
This is WDAM 7 News at 10.
Straight to a WDAM exclusive. Parents at the center of an investigation following a former teacher and a student in what family members are calling an apparent romance. Police actively search for the two tonight, who are believed to be together on the run now for nearly 48 hours.
Jessica Bowman spoke to the mother and the father of Oscar O'Neill II, as well as the husband of former Forest County teacher Nicole Jackson. She joins us live in the studio with the newest developments in this story. Jessica.
That's right, Steve. It's a parent and husband's worst nightmare slowly unfolding in Hattiesburg. I was able to speak to the two families tonight who are now coming together, wanting their loved ones back safely and hoping justice is served.
He feel like he in love.
When she brought in from bed,
and I know he's not in love.
A child to adult overnight.
Secrets and mystery intertwined, taking over two families.
Why would you choose my child, I feel like my child was a target. She robbed him for all his being a youth as a child.
Oscar and Lisa O'Neill appalled in what they are calling a forbidden love affair between their son, 16-year-old Oscar O'Neill III, and his former Forest County teacher, 30-year-old Nicole Jackson.
I know he ran out with a school teacher that's supposed to have been teaching him. This lady with all this authority, she supposed to have been the one, looking after my child in the school and teaching them and not going with me. I don't really know much to say, but just... I want her brought to justice,
You want your baby?
And I want my son home.
The last time the family saw O'Neill was in the overnight hours Sunday.
I believe they're together.
I definitely believe they're together. He left a letter on the bed, he left us a letter saying he was leaving and, pretty much moving on with her.
When I opened the door, I found it on his bed. Surrounded with his picture, he put all these pictures around.
Yeah, he put all the pictures around it.
Of pictures of him and his daddy. And he wrote a good letter. I mean, it was telling that he loved us. We raised him right. Yeah. It was nothing we did.
It was his decision.
It was his decision.
That's the same time Jackson's husband, Isaiah, last saw his wife of 4 years. The mother of two is now wanted by Hattiesburg police.
The Nicole I know would never do this.
Jackson was out on a $10,000 bond for sexual battery in a position of trust. Police believe the two could be together traveling in a dark blue Chevy Impala, that car who her husband says belongs to Nicole's father.
When the truth comes out, and it will come out one way or the other, I believe justice will be served. And if the allegations are true against my wife, then I will support him as much as possible.
Neither family has heard anything from the two at the center of this investigation.
Oscar, if you looking at us, if you seeing us on TV, if you would you please come home? Please. Please, just come to the house.
Or you killing your mom and your dad,
Now, the Forest County Superintendent Brian Freeman tells WDAM Nicole Jackson did resign in March after working with the district for several years. Freeman says right now they cannot release any other information. However, they can tell us they are cooperating and assisting with law enforcement at this time. And if you know where either of the two may be tonight, you are asked to call Hattiesburg Police.
And take a look outside Alpha Insurance, the camera network out there at JCJC tonight. Comfortable night, about 72 degrees room temperature. It is a little humid outside, though, with the south wind. It was with us most of the day and will continue to be with us through the next couple of days. The humidity is here to stay. And it's going to feel kind of like summer through the next couple of days. We'll be back into the at least mid-80s for tomorrow. Some of us could get even a little bit warmer than that. And through the next couple of days, we're talking about mid to upper 80s before better chances for rain show up as we head through the weekend. A full look at the forecast, though, is coming up in just a couple minutes. Guys, back over to you at the desk.
Thank you so much, Nick. New information tonight. We now know the name of the victim in this morning's deadly wreck in Lamar County involving a motorcycle. Mississippi Highway Patrol says it happened just before 9 o'clock this morning on MS 589 near Norman Road. Officials say a motorcycle collided with an SUV. The rider has been identified as J.D. Hartfield Jr. from Purvis. The driver of the SUV was transported to the hospital with cuts and bruises. MHP is investigating.
Last night we broke the news of a house fire in Forest County that left a family homeless. Our Quamitra Wilborn is live at the scene with an update on the family's recovery process and what is next.
I'm live off of Meadow Park Lane in Forest County, where around 7 o'clock yesterday evening, the house right behind these gates here was completely engulfed in flames. Earlier today, I talked to the family that once called this place home, and they tell me that they lost everything from their cars to the clothes to put on their backs. But throughout everything, they tell me they've managed to keep a positive outlook on things.
And I had some grease on the stove, and I'm not sure if that's what caught fire or if it was the oven cleaner that was, like, I had sprayed last night. But I turned around to pick up the baby's cereal, and when I turned around back to the stove, it was just gone. It had traveled straight down the hallway.
Samantha Weber and her husband Zachary are returning to what they once called home.
My thought process was get what's alive and get out. Leave the rest. I left my poor husband in the yard, took the kids down the street.
Zachary says that he's been living in the house with his wife and 3 kids, all under the age of 3, for a little over a year.
They've asked why we can't come home, and I have to just kind of explain to them that, you know, the house is gone. We got to stay strong for the little ones that we have. You know, I mean, they can't see us get upset.
He says everything in the house was ruined. He also says they didn't have a renter's insurance on the home. However, throughout everything, Zachary and his wife still managed to show a smile.
It's taught me to look at more of the positive things and stop being so negative. You know, some people don't realize what they have until they lose it.
Samantha says the scene is all too familiar after being in another house fire when she was younger.
It's like rewind. Seen it already.
The couple says right now they're living with family members, but the support they've received from neighbors and friends has helped keep their spirits high.
There's really some good people out here. You never know how good people are until you go through something.
The Webbers tell me that around the time that the fire started, they were actually helping out another family by allowing that family to live with them. They have since told me that family have somewhere to stay while in the meantime. For more information on this fire, you can visit our website at WDAM.com. Live in Forest County, I'm Quamitra Wilborn. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Quamitra. Well, the home of a Jasper County man who's in prison has gone up in flames, and authorities think it may be arson. Walter Dale Plummer's home on North Pine Avenue in Heidelberg was destroyed by a fire early Monday morning, and there was no power or gas service to the home. Plummer was convicted of domestic aggravated assault less than 3 months ago, and the State Fire Marshal's office is assisting with the investigation.
The amount of contraband found at the Mississippi State Penitentiary at Parchman during the most recent shakedown was unexpected, according to the Commissioner of Corrections. Items seized include 38 cell phones, 30 chargers, 40 packs of spice, 29 bags of tobacco, 3 bags of marijuana, 12 bags of crystal methamphetamine, 41 shanks, 2 knives, more than 50 green dot numbers, 4 pairs of tennis shoes. The shakedown under Operation Zero Tolerance occurred as all the prisons, state-operated and private, were under a lockdown that began a week ago Friday. The lockdown and more shakedowns are coming as the agency investigates information indicating potential security breaches. RU Trooper material. The Mississippi Highway Patrol is accepting applications for its next trooper school. Class 63 will start later in the year. 57 new troopers graduated back in March. After 12 weeks of rigorous training, last Thursday, the patrol celebrated 80 years of serving the people of our state.
We have 2 phone scams to tell you about, both involving local law enforcement agencies. First, the Forest County Sheriff's Office says someone is posing as a deputy, telling victims they missed jury duty and now have to pay a fine. This is a scam, folks. Deputies will never try to force you to pay a fine over the phone.
In lighter news, Hattiesburg City officials met residents face-to-face in a relaxed setting this afternoon. This monthly community office hours event at Topher's on Broadway Drive gave folks a chance to ask police, fire, public works officials about various issues they may be facing. Similar meetings have been held in all 5 Hattiesburg City wards.
We really try to mix it up as far as where we go, what part of the ward we go to, and so I expect that we'll continue doing this for every month from here on out.
This was the 8th of these community meetings in Hattiesburg.
Teams of women are throwing on hard hats and helping to build a home for a family in South Mississippi. Today is the first day for Women Build. It's an event hosted by the Habitat for Humanity of the Mississippi Gulf Coast. 2 teams of women will work on building this home every single day through the 19th of this month. Each team has raised $2,500 or more for this home.
These ladies move incredibly fast. It's amazing to see a bunch of women who aren't used to working on a construction site, how quickly they take to the task.
It is very empowering to, get out of your comfort zone and do something different, and then know that you're doing it to help somebody else, to help a family get into a home.
The land for this project was donated, as well as some of the supplies and bottled waters for these women.
Looking ahead, National Day of Prayer is coming up this Thursday. Several churches around the Pine Belt will be getting together to pray for our nation. To see a list of some of the activities going on in the area, check our website, WDAM.com.
Coming up, campaign activity heating up for the Senate seats on the block. See how one party is preparing to maintain control.
Are you looking for a comfortable and reasonably priced home? Summer West Apartments is the place for you. We're conveniently located on Westover Drive near your favorite shopping and dining spots. We have 1, 2, and 3-bedroom apartments available to accommodate any space you need. We're also pet friendly and include a spacious pet park. Come enjoy our wonderful amenities, a pool, tennis and volleyball courts, and more. Give us a call today at 601-264-6955. Welcome home to Summer West Apartments.
Come to Unlimited Cosmetology School for a professional career as a cosmetologist or manicurist. In just a few months, your talents will soar. We make learning convenient and want to accommodate your schedule. Not only do we have day classes, but night classes as well. We are a veteran-friendly school, enrolling monthly with financial aid available for those who qualify. Unleash your beauty today. Call 601-336-7256. Unlimited Cosmetology School.
Being do-it-yourselfers, we always find the latest home improvement styles at Surplus Warehouse.
Flooring!
He gets excited about the great selection.
Knotty Pine Barn doors, just $199 each. West Point gray cabinets, only $152 per linear foot. Vinyl plank flooring, just $199 per square foot.
And the experienced partners in their new design center helped plan everything.
Design center?
I know, right? I get a little excited too, but they've really got it all.
The WDAM First Alert Weather app, sponsored by Carter's Jewelry of Petal.
You've likely seen the campaign signs and the TV ads. Things are ramping up in not 1 but 2 U.S. Senate races in our state. Our 2 senators are back home with a colleague of theirs they're hoping will bring in money. Courtney Ann Jackson has the story.
3 U.S. senators in one room in Ridgeland today. Why? They're bragging about the tax reforms passed by the Republican-led Congress. But you may still be asking why. It's an election year.
I mean, we have a 1-vote margin. We got a very, it's a, right now, every race is extremely high stakes. And, obviously, it's an unusual circumstance that we have 2 Senate races in Mississippi this year, both of which we need to hang on to if we're going to hang on to our majority, which I think is critical to the future of our country.
That's Senator John Thune of South Dakota. He's also in town to help raise money. Senator Roger Wicker noted that they're working with a narrow margin to get items like the recent tax cuts passed.
This November, all of that is at stake.
Wicker will face a primary challenge from Richard Boyenton next month. 6 Democrats, including House Democratic leader David Beria, will be on the Democratic primary ballot. Mississippi hasn't had a Democrat in the U.S. Senate since 1989, nearly 30 years now. Senator Thad Cochran's retirement opened up an unusual opportunity that Democrats are hoping to take advantage of. There are 2 Democrats running in that special election, with Democrat Mike Espy doing well in some polling. Cindy Hyde-Smith hasn't received an endorsement from the president like Wicker. Here's what she said about their recent meeting.
I'm running in
Mississippi. I want the endorsement of the people of Mississippi, but it would be nice from the president, but very good meeting with him.
Hyde-Smith is leading in early polling, but the Mason-Dixon poll did note that she was lacking in name recognition. All three of these senators hoping to do enough to preserve their narrow majority.
Courtney Ann Jackson reporting tonight. If you're not registered and you want to cast a ballot in the June primary elections, you have until next Monday to do that. You have until May 7th to fill out the paperwork. Just head to your county circuit clerk's office. And if you don't know whether or not you are registered in Mississippi, check our website. We have directions on how to find out, and if you're not registered, to do that.
From Portland to Miami, Los Angeles to Houston, thousands of people rallied to demand better working conditions and expanded rights for immigrants. Today is May Day, or International Workers' Day. Organizers say some of this year's demonstrations, like last year, will take aim at President Trump's controversial immigration changes. The travel ban plans to end the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program, or DACA, and new ramped-up deportations and detention efforts by the Department of Justice. Now, this year's May Day comes at a critical time as just a couple of hundred miles away from Los Angeles, border officials deal with a large caravan of Central American migrants, putting the issue front and center.
I am here today to stand for the rights of folks who are being attacked right now in this country, particularly workers who actually maintain the city going and thriving, the folks who make our food, the folks who keep the bus system running.
Law enforcement and organizers prepared for today's planned marches, hoping they remain peaceful rather than repeat the violence that broke out in some cities like Portland last year.
Nick is over in the Weather Center putting the final touches on just how messed up your weekend is going to be.
Nick, we had a few showers today too, right?
We did. Thank you, Steve, for that wonderful introduction. Yeah, we did. Carrie, you're right. We had a couple of showers out toward Tylertown. You folks in Columbia saw a little bit of rain. I think just off to the west of McGee picked up a little bit of rain as well. Now it's just the humidity. All that green out there, that's not rain. That's just moisture in the air bouncing around the radar beam. Ooh, it's going to be muggy the next couple of days. We'll talk about that and how messed up your weekend's going to be. Coming up after the break. Stick around.
The WDAM7 Game Time app. Download it for free today.
Everyone's talking about Kimmel. They said he's the most important host in late night.
Really?
They said he's late night's clearest voice.
They said I was extremely well endowed. Oh, no one said that?
Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights on ABC.
When a quick trip to the store takes longer than you thought and keeps you from getting home on time, don't worry. There's still news for you. Welcome home, Pine Belt.
Hardee's grilled up a 1/3 pound Angus beef patty, piled it with hickory smoked pulled pork, crispy onions, and tangy barbecue sauce. They named her the Memphis Barbecue Thick Burger. Come say congrats. Going hard at the Hardee's.
Number one ignites our economy. At C Spire, it's our passion to power local businesses. And like you, we never settle for less than number one. That's why C Spire offers the number one internet speeds, up to a gig per second. Backed by the number one customer service. Because your business comes first, we have to be number one. C Spire, customer inspired. Add IP voice for just $30 per line with C Spire Business.
A Bobcat mower from Alden Company gives you more for your money. That's true whether you're a homeowner maintaining your lawn or a big-time lawn maintenance professional. The Bobcat zero-turn mowers feature high-performance operation and years of dependability. The high-quality steel blades slice rather than chop, and the oversized discharge chute controls airflow to ensure clippings are evenly spread. In other words, your lawn will be beautiful.
Mow like a pro with a Bobcat mower from Alden Company.
Liquidator takes command. Liquidator takes command. All efforts by the current owner of Premier Home Furnishings to liquidate the store have failed. Let me repeat. All efforts by the owner of Premier Home Furnishings to liquidate the store have failed. Profits have been sacrificed and every item must and will be sold. Today is the day to make your move. Living rooms, dinettes, recliners, rockers, lamps, pictures, rugs, mattress sets. If it's in that big building, it must and will be sold. Credit terms are still available. Getting out, moving out, selling out. Premier Home Furnishings, 909 Hardy Street in Hattiesburg. Closing the doors forever.
The Hardee's Memphis Barbecue Thick Burger starts with hickory smoked pulled pork, slams into 100% Angus beef, then wrestles between tangy barbecue sauce and crispy onions. This burger don't mess around. Going hard at the Hardee's.
Watching WDAM 7 News is easy on Roku. WDAM 7 First Alert Weather.
You know, folks, and welcome back. Starting things off for the radar. We've zoomed it back out a little bit. Of course, you know, this is what you saw going into the break. You saw all this green stuff. And this is just moisture that's coming in off the Gulf of Mexico. In fact, you can even see, if you look inside the green, everything's moving from south to north. It's just funneling in moisture off the Gulf at the low levels, which is why it feels so humid outside tonight. All the severe weather is well off to our north and northwest. If you tune in tomorrow morning to the national news, I bet you, not much, because I don't have much, but what I do got, I bet you that you probably see something about the tornado that rolled across Kansas earlier tonight near Bennington. All that severe weather, by the way, the reason I talk about it, so let me back up. The reason I talk, all of this is shifting our direction. The good news is that the area of low pressure associated with this is moving away from us while the clouds are moving toward us. So it's kind of splitting apart, which means by the time it gets here, we won't have as much to worry about. 85 degrees for tomorrow with mostly sunny skies. I think we'll catch a couple clouds out there, maybe even a shower here and there. We can't rule out rain, unfortunately, tomorrow and into Thursday as we top things out at the 86 degrees. It is going to feel very summery, though, with all the humidity and the big puffy cumulus clouds, and you can't rule it out. Chance for a shower or a thunderstorm. Better chances finally show up by the time we get toward Friday and Saturday as that front finally gets here. All that weather they're dealing with in the plains right now is going to take that long to get here as the storm system kind of falls apart and splits in half. And we end up with just some rain and some thunderstorms. 84 degrees in the afternoon. The threat for severe weather is like almost non-existent, which is good news. As of now, it does not look like it's going to rain all day. However, it does look like you will have a chance to see rain at any time all day. Now, what's the difference? I think we get a little bit of rain for a while, then it stops for a while, then we get a little more rain for a while, and it stops for a while. It's going to be, unfortunately, one of those days where it kind of feels like it rained all day long because maybe the break that you get is only 15 or 20 minutes every couple of hours. We do start to clear things out. You may actually end up with a decent enough Sunday afternoon. And then Monday, we're right back into the mid-80s again, like it's May in South Mississippi or something. Summertime pattern continues, though, for the next couple of days, warm and humid. Again, can't rule out the possibility for a shower, but the better chance for rain finally shows up on Saturday. If you have outdoor plans on Saturday, it's time to start thinking about a backup plan. Can you move the birthday party inside? Can the wedding get put underneath some kind of a cover? That's something to start thinking about now before we get too far through the week. I will say this, by the time we get into next week, we're still talking about highs around 80. So next 7 days, again, the chance for rain sitting square in the middle. Outside of that, you can't rule it out going into it, and you can't rule it out coming out of it. Guys, back over to you.
All right, thank you so much. And they're off. Derby week is about more than just horses in Kentucky. Fans filled an arena in Louisville to cheer on their favorite team of mattress jockeys. More than 40 teams competed in the 29th annual Great Bed Races. Each team is made up of 4 co-workers, and the chariot is any bed with wheels that can race around the figure 8 track. Texas Roadhouse Restaurant ended up in the winner's circle this year, and the team gets a $600 cash donation to a charity of its choice.
And sleepy just looking at that.
Yeah.
Southern Miss Baseball was back at Pete Taylor Park tonight.
Sports, what do you got?
The Golden Eagles entered the night on a 9-game winning streak. They went for 10 against Tulane. I have those highlights next.
Here at Economy, the quality is first class. They say it's number ones. Economy gives you number ones. You don't get that everywhere. Not only are you getting the quality, but you're getting that family feel, man, and that friendship. So that's why we do business at Economy.
I use them for the school and for myself personally. Have no complaints. They support the school district very well, and they take care of their customers.
You still get more than just a low price.
At Economy Supply.
Ash
Ashley Home Store is the #1 furniture and mattress retailer in the country. We believe that sleep is essential to life. Therefore, it should be great. This is why we offer the top brands with the best values and easy, no-interest financing options. Sleep great with Ashley Home Store.
Your Hattiesburg treasure hunt is moving. Join us for our grand opening Wednesday, May 2nd in our new location behind Olive Garden. Find over 50,000 square feet packed with deals. Limited time deals include a huge selection of name brand shoes, just $20 per pair. TVs, 40% off. Wholesale club merchandise, 25% off. Plus, fragrances and cosmetics up to 70% off. Clothing from favorite mall retailers up to 80% off. And more at the grand opening of the new Hattiesburg Treasure Hunt, Wednesday at 8 a.m. 4501 Hardy Street behind Olive Garden. The first 200 people get a free t-shirt. See more on Facebook.
Every corner market is locally owned and operated. We pride ourselves in offering the highest quality, like certified Angus beef, 100% natural chicken. Our deli is filled with scratch-made sandwiches and hot meals. Our bakery is filled with delicious cakes and cupcakes. We offer a large variety of fruits and vegetables. And we support our local farmers as much as possible. You've trusted us for years, and we owe our success to you. So from all of us at Corner Market, thank you.
ATR Productions presents the 31st anniversary of the Mother's Day Blues Festival, Sunday, May 13th at the Laurel Fairgrounds, starring Sir Charles Jones, Miss Jody, Big Pokey, O.B. Buchanan, Tucka, Fat Daddy, Shay Simone, Jennifer Watts, Mr. Robert Evans, and Miss Tabitha. 10 incredible acts, all on one stage. Sunday, May 13th at the Laurel Fairgrounds. Gates open at 12 noon, show starts at 3 p.m. It's the Mother's Day Blues Festival.
Ashley Home Store is the #1 furniture and mattress retailer in the country. We believe that sleep is essential to life. Therefore, it should be great. This is why we offer the top brands with the best values and easy, no-interest financing options. Sleep great with Ashley Home Store.
What's going on, everybody? Southern Miss Baseball has put together a nice run of 9 straight wins. The Green Wave from Tulane were in the way of number 10. The Golden Eagles hosting this one before hitting the road this weekend. Tulane out a 2-1 lead in the bottom of the third. Hunter Slater with a single to load the bases, getting the Golden Eagles a nice position to get some run support. Bryant Bowen with the sacrifice fly. This will bring home Luke Reynolds, tying this ball game up at 2. The Golden Eagles led 3-2 in the 5th. But the Green Wave would put something together. Jonathan Ortiz with a single, and then this led to a 2-run homer from Grant Witherspoon to give the Green Wave a 4-3 lead, and Tulane ends the win streak at 9, a 10-7 W. Next for the Golden Eagles is UAB. Many football players had their dreams come true this past weekend at the NFL Draft. 3 Southern Miss players were included in this group, the most since 2004. Safety Tavarius Moore was the first Golden Eagle to go, getting picked up by San Fran in the 3rd round. Running back Edel Smith went in the 4th round to the Falcons. And defensive back and Bassville native Corner Armstrong got drafted by the Dolphins in the 6th round. Armstrong and Moore spoke to the media before heading off the minicamp.
My pro day stats, what I ran, what I jumped, I think it opened up a bunch of eyes. They was just impressed. Didn't nobody think I could run that fast or jump that high. So I really think I opened up some eyes and got a few teams to go back and look at my tape and give me another chance.
Before the season, no. I mean, a lot of teams had me scouted as a 7th round priority free agent. So to go from that to 3rd round, it definitely. A surreal feeling, just a blessing.
Defensive end Breland Speaks was the highest Ole Miss selection. He was picked up in the 2nd round by the Kansas City Chiefs. The Callaway grad was named to the All-SEC 2nd team by the Associated Press this past season.
To be honest, the best way I could say it was just a weight lifted off my back. There was no more weight, and I didn't have to guess about where I was going to be spending my next few years. I knew we had a great top 30 visit, and I felt really confident in their coaching staff and the program that they have up there.
What we think we're getting here is a high motor, very intense player. Love his core strength, his ability to play the run and the pass. He's kind of done a little bit of everything for Mississippi. We look forward to adding him into our rotation there. Best player that we felt was there.
This is the third straight year the Rebels have had at least 4 players drafted. Defensive end Marquise Haynes was drafted by the Panthers in the 4th round. Running back Jordan Wilkins went in the 5th round to the Colts. And offensive lineman Rod Taylor, another Callaway grad, was drafted by the Bengals in the 7th round. State had 4 players drafted as well, the most for this program since 2015. Offensive lineman Martina Rankin went in the 3rd round to the Texans. He'll be joined in Houston by his teammate Jordan Thomas. The tight end is representing for Summerall. And punter Logan Cook is another Pine Bell product. Columbia Academy grad went to the Jaguars in the 7th. And long snapper Hunter Bradley was a 7th round pick by the Packers. Class 2A softball, Perry Central hosting Enterprise. Lady Bulldogs took game 1, looking to advance with the win. Enterprise's Talina Satcher. She gets to 2nd, then 3rd. And then she finally reaches home to give the visitors a run. And then Perry Central Savannah Jordan will beat the throw. Enterprise won game 2, though, forcing a game 3, a 73 victory for Enterprise. The Hattiesburg Youth Soccer Association celebrated a group of players that recently accepted scholarships to play at various universities around the state. These Pine Bell players will be headed to the likes of Ole Miss, JCJC, and PRCC.
They got to have dedication. You know, they have to be able to sacrifice things away. But it's just dedication and sacrifice to get to the collegiate level. That kind of sets itself apart. Everyone has talent, but it's the dedication and sacrifice.
That's all I got tonight. We'll be back with more.
I'm an FBI agent. That's the only thing that makes me tick.
A city under siege.
This is bioterrorism. Whoever did this doesn't want a cure.
No time to waste.
Where the hell is it?
You're too late. New Quantico, Thursday on ABC.
Dr. Paul Talbot and Dr. Bill Reno specialize in the latest eyelids, face, and neck plastic surgery techniques. Look your best. The Plastic Surgery Center of Hattiesburg. Schedule your consultation today.
Come join us for the 29th annual Okatoma Festival, sponsored by the Covington County Chamber of Commerce and the Covington County Board of Supervisors. This year's theme is Home Sweet Home. The hit song written by composer Travis Clark will perform from 5 to 7. Also performing the 6550s, 84 West, the Mississippi Flush Blues Band, plus local groups. There'll be a 5K run walk and children's fun run, a parade, crafts, food, and so much more. Saturday, May 5th from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. in downtown Collins.
Liquidator takes command. Liquidator takes command. All efforts by the current owner of Premier Home Furnishings to liquidate the store have failed. Let me repeat. All efforts by the owner of Premier Home Furnishings to liquidate the store have failed. Profits have been sacrificed and every item must and will be sold. Today is the day to make your move. Living rooms, dinettes, recliners, rockers, lamps, pictures, rugs, mattress sets. If it's in that big building, it must and will be sold. Credit terms are still available. Getting out, moving out, selling out. Premier Home Furnishings, 909 Hardy Street in Hattiesburg. Closing the doors forever.
My name is Sydney Wall. I'm chairman of the board of the Cutter Center for the Boys and Girls Club. With the utility bills we had to do something. We contacted Ty and SBF, and we needed to look into some way to mitigate the operating costs that we had. We started with the 4-year window and coded that first. We look forward to enjoying our building the way it should be enjoyed, and certainly recommending SPF and 3M film to anybody else in the future.
Lanyap Eye Care, the optical with board-certified opticians that really care. We offer comprehensive eye exams, contact lenses, and glasses. The best frame selection in the area, including designer names such as Tory Burch, Ray-Ban, Prada, Coach, Persol, and Versace. We also have a great selection of quality budget frames. Tired of glasses? Dr. Deborah Marsev can fit you in contact lenses, even if you're in bifocals. Lanyap means a little something extra.
And at Lanyap Eye Care, we provide the extra care.
Come to Unlimited Cosmetology School for a professional career as a cosmetologist or manicurist. In just a few months, your talents will soar. We make learning convenient and want to accommodate your schedule. Not only do we have day classes, but night classes as well. We are a veteran-friendly school, enrolling monthly with financial aid available for those who qualify. Unleash your beauty today. Call 601-336-7256. Unlimited Cosmetology School.
And 14-day trend, 7-day forecast across the top. I am a meteorologist by trade, ruiner of weekends by night, apparently, says Steve with my weather forecast. Saturday is your next chance for rain. It does look like perhaps most of Sunday will be okay, but yeah, your Saturday is looking rainy because I think we're going to have off and on showers kind of most of the day. We're drive-through most of next work week until we get to Friday and Saturday when that's our next chance for rain finally shows up again. Generally running above average, and Steve actually asked folks at home earlier off the air about the seasonal forecast as we head into summer. They just came out with that, suggesting as we move through summer, a better chance that we're above average with temperature, but an equal chance. There's nothing to say whether it's going to be wetter or drier this summer, which I know a lot of people appreciate after last summer ended up being kind of wet.
Yeah, I'm sure. Thank you so much for weather. Thank you in sports. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We appreciate you.
Bye.
You want the questions asked that you want answered.
But I don't think they considered all of the factors that should be considered in such a drastic measure that they're taking.
With the governor ordering the closure of several bridges in Jones County, we investigated how this plan could slow emergency response times, affecting your safety.
What we know for a fact is seconds matter. From the time the phone rings to the time we actually arrive, every second counts.
We're listening to you and always proud to be on your side.